good evening. Okay. Thank you so much for coming back to check me out yet a mother freaking again. And tonight I'm just giving you like fresh out the shower, okay? Whining, and that's WINING, whining down. I did wanted to have like a little chat with you all because I came across something today that I really seriously and genuinely can relate to. And I kind of want to, share it with you guys. It's been a little minute since I really got, a little interpersonal on my channel. And I said little minute, about a couple weeks. And if this is your first time here, this is something that I do frequently. My channel is definitely geared towards vlogging on any magnitude. It's not limited to a specific category. I like to switch things up, and it's not anything that I do calculated. I just do what seems fit for the moment or whatever. Anyway, let's get into what I wanted to talk about tonight, and I will insert clips and read it to you as I go along. So today, Lennox, she posted a very heartfelt message on her IG, and I'm just gonna read it to you guys. So, clip. Man, I wish I could start over, go back to this girl. Wish I never showed the world my personality. Wish I never did an IG live. Wish I wasn't so naive. Wish I never loved as hard as I do. Wish I was smarter. Honestly, wish this was a world where you could be free and not judged, where you could speak your mind and people understand the context without tearing you down or without tearing down people. Me opening up myself to the world has only damaged my career. Realistically, how many people really vouching for soul in mainstream? I felt my personality helped, but it hasn't. I literally can't be a carefree woman. I have to live a lie because people are so judgmental and self-righteous. Like, even if I was insecure, that makes people feel good stating that out loud. Even if I was all these things, what's the point in going out your way to say it? If I never return to social media, could it really erase everything's happened? No, but I'm going to try. I really just want things to be about the music. If I'm going to be this imperfect woman, I need to be it off the grid. You think priding yourself on my weaknesses makes you so self-righteous? It's wild, crazy. Bees can't even be carefree. People think the industry is the worst part of being successful. No, it's the people judging your every move. Okay. So she touched on several things. I can't say I relate to it entire, like everything that she said, every point that she hit, but most of the points that she hit, I can seriously relate to. I want to start off with the first one. She said, wish I never showed the world my personality. You know what I mean? I felt like that to me, I can relate to that. In the context where she's speaking of her personality and how she feels as though her personality has harmed her career. I feel like I can relate to that. Literally a year ago, I had did a video of me regretting installing my lock sprinkles. And I knew that it was going to ruffle feathers. I had no idea it was going to ruffle as many feathers as it ruffled. And in here she states about being carefree to express yourself and people understanding the context of it. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And that just reminded me of where I wanted to go with my channel. I initially started this channel because of my locks. I wanted to track my lock journey, and I kind of, I never really got like a full on, embraced love from the lock community. You know, when I came out with the lock sprinkle video of, you know, installation, you know, they was feeling it a little bit or whatever the case may be. And then I come out, you know, with me regretting installing my lock sprinkle video probably several months to a year or so later. And I feel like once that video came out, it really put a bad taste in a lot of people. And I felt like that video has negatively affected the direction that my channel could have possibly went. But there's actually no truth or no facts to that statement or those thoughts. But I feel like, you know, that definitely put a damper into the movement that I wanted to go in. You know what I mean? It wasn't really moving much before. And this video in particular is like my second or third highest watched video and rated. And it's negatively rated, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to say that it bothers me that people feel the way they feel. I was just more so appalled that many people feel the way they feel. And I felt like I already have to filter myself. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm pretending or I'm living a lie. I do feel like I have to filter myself a lot, like, because you guys don't really know me outside of what you see here on your phone or whatever, your screen or whatever. But I am very, very outspoken, very, very no filter, very, very blunt. And that lock sprinkle video was just a tidbit of it. You know, I rewatched the video recently and was just like, ooh, it kind of made me cringe because looking at it from a negative standpoint, I can see why people felt the way they felt about that video. But me being who I am, those weren't my intentions to get that message delivered so negatively. You know what I mean? I was just speaking carefree, you know. I looked at it as this is a part of my lock journey. And I'm always recording every single detail, especially back then, about my lock journey. And this was just something that was a part of it. I did battle back and forth for whether or not I should post this video or how people were going to see it, but I don't live my life for other people. You know what I mean? So like I said, when I posted the video, I knew it was going to ruffle some feathers, but I just didn't know the magnitude. Like, I swear to God, it was like somebody has a mask on me and they got these people watching this video just to leave whatever kind of comments, you know what I mean? And I'm a big girl, like, I'm a grown woman, put it like that. I'll fight for myself, you know what I mean? I'll defend myself, I'll defend my page, my channel, whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna let anybody say anything and that's just gonna be it, especially because I have time. You know what I mean? It's not like I got a billion people leaving me all types of comments, but if somebody comes along the way and leaves something, I'm definitely going to come at them with the same kind of fire that they give me, point blank and period. But I do feel like based off of that video and the comments that were left, I felt like, you know, like you really have to like pacify the things that come out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Sometimes even the way, like, I'm a very nonchalant, blunt kind of person. Sometimes I can be very vague and insensitive. And there, you know, you got the YouTubers that's like, oh, yay, hey, and thank you so much, and always smiling. And sometimes I'm just like, nah, like, I'm not feeling in that mood right now. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I want to smile. Sometimes I want to talk soft. Sometimes I'm energetic, depending on how much wine I had. You feel me? Sometimes I'm laid back. You know, I'm just want to give you me. And I feel like where Lennox was going with this is, personally for me, because I've been thinking this, I feel like the world accepts the unrealistic, the fake, the fantasy. They accept the things that aren't really real and true more than they accept the truth. And there's facts to that, you know what I mean? Even me, you know what I mean? When it comes down to information and learning certain things, you know, I did take step away from Facebook and stuff like that, social media in general, outside of YouTube, because I felt like it was just too much information. You know what I mean? It's too much information, and sometimes ignorance is bliss. You know, I don't want to know all the truth of this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? And I feel like even being, somebody that used to dance, an entertainer, guys would come in there, or women would come in there for the fantasy aspect of it. You know what I mean? It's just people embrace the unrealistic versions of people. You know what I mean? Even down to our relationships. If you ever been in a bad relationship, a toxic relationship, I know I have. Personally for me, it was more of the potential, or the person that I believed he could be, or that he was, that I was holding on to, instead of accepting the person that I'm physically dealing with. You know what I mean? I was accepting something that was unrealistic. And I feel like that's just a natural thing that we tend to do. So with that being said, let me not get too far off topic, but she said, me opening up myself to the world has only damaged my career. You know what I mean? And I really feel like that when it comes to me in terms of the direction I wanted to go with my channel. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'll ever get it back. And who knows? Maybe it had no effect on it at all, but I believe that it did. Because you have a lot of people watching this one video that they find very negative. But me, I'm like, well, you turn me off one video, I keep watching though. You know what I mean? And turned a lot of people off. And I feel like it's because if everyone is not agreeing with it, like, who cares, And I feel like for people that come from, a path that Ari and I come from, where basically the world just doesn't accept you. You know what I mean? I just want to be the one to tell you, do you, boo, okay? Like, literally growing up, me and my sister have this thing, like, it's really real. Like, for some people, a lot of people just can't stand. And you just be like, well, what the freak? I grew up like that. So it turns into what the freak, as a child. And then as I grown into an adult, to this is my life. Like, I'm so used to this. You know what I mean? Like, this is nothing. Like, I knew this was going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Like, some people accept me. It's like when Mother Effers rock with me, they really, really rock with me. Like, you're either going to love or hate me. You know what I mean? And I feel like I was a lot more acceptable when I was pregnant. But also at the same time, when I was pregnant, I really wasn't me, because I was pregnant, and I was pregnant for 2 years. So it took me some time to get back to the foundation of me and who I am as Christian, or Chrissy. You know what I mean? And especially now that I have this channel and everything. So I really just wanted to touch on that. Of course, I left her a comment. My sister also left her a comment. Being someone that can totally relate to this message is just crazy, coming from somebody that actually has a fan base, that actually has a following. Like, this wouldn't even, not to discredit Ari's feelings, of where she's at, but this wouldn't even bother me. Like, if I had the support that Ari has, this wouldn't even bother me. You know what I mean? Like, you got support. I literally have no support. You know what I mean? You know who stands by me? Me. You know what I mean? So I do come, to those crossroads that Ari went into, where she feels like she just wants to be done with everything. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point? Several months ago, like last June or so, I did this video, like, I'm done with the lock community for many reasons, but one of the major reasons, keep stealing my mother freaking content, you mother effing big time YouTubers. We gonna fight, okay? Big time lock tubers, we gonna fight. But the other portion is because I'm not accepted in the lock community. I wasn't embraced the way I embraced the lock community. You feel me? And I feel like it's on a different platform, a different, not platform, but a different level, because I went into this lock community wholeheartedly. If I was inspired by anybody, I gave them all props. If I referenced, if there was an opportunity to reference, I referenced, I tagged, I show love, I leave comments, I participate, I purchase, you know what I mean? Like, I literally spend my coins to support. Like, I literally did what I can to support, and it was just organic. It wasn't because one, I'm not going to support anything I don't believe in, point blank, period. You know what I mean? So to put that much energy and effort into the lock community and not get the same embrace back. I know a lot of people say you don't do things to expect something in return. It's not that you expect something in return. You just think, you know, you grow up, you treat people how you want to be treated, and you F with what you F with, and that is going to, you know, reciprocate. Sometimes you grow up thinking that, you know what I mean? But as a community, I would say that the community did not embrace me. And maybe I am whack, you know what I mean? Maybe I am corny. Maybe I do talk too much, or maybe I'm boring, you know what I mean? Or maybe people just haters. Maybe there is a secret website that has Hate Chrissy. I'm BSing y'all. Y'all should know that. If you don't, if you're new, you wouldn't. And that's my point. Like, you know, people would be like, I would say that and be dead serious, but I'm playing around. And I won't even always say I'm playing. Like, I would just make these comments and just let it be. But I really be joking, and that's just part of my personality. You know what I mean? And that's why I F with Ari. She's very raw. You know what I mean? Like, she's a very raw person. And I just came to the conclusion that a lot of people cannot accept raw material. You know, they love to see, like, a lot of times I see in the comments of other people's pages and other people's channels and stuff, oh my God, you're so upbeat and uplifting and up this and up that and. So they either like the supersonic, super spiritual person, or somebody that's super energetic, or they like the super ratchetness. And I don't fall in any of those. You know what I mean? Me and my sister had this conversation tonight talking about Ari Lennox and how society as a whole really don't F with us. My sister has her music thing, as you've seen. If you watched previous videos or recent videos of mine, I featured my sister's music. I really am her biggest fan, whether we are on good terms or bad, you know what I mean? And, you know, we just don't have the support that we put out for other people. And that's even down to our own family, people that we speak to every day. I can't even tell you how many times I told my ex, you know, about my channel. Has he once ever watched one video? No, he has not. You know what I mean? How many, you know, of course, I just recently told my mother about it, you know what I mean? And she definitely checked it out and, you know, send me the link. I like that. Like, I literally would say, oh, I have a channel, and see if anybody's interested. I get it. A lot of people are more focused on being on IG and Facebook, but I'm YouTube. Like, I watch gazillion makeup videos and skincare videos all day long, or freaking recipes, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, like, I can relate. Let me see if there is anything. Yes, bees can't even be carefree. Like I mentioned earlier, like, I feel like when it comes down to me filtering myself, I feel like I have to filter myself because of the feedback that I've gotten when I didn't, you know, and I filter myself a lot. Like, I can really, really go in. I can really go ham with it. But I don't, because I know that people aren't going to accept it, and I don't care to argue with somebody all day long. You know what I mean? And the other reason is because I don't work for myself. You know, I work for, you know, businesses that, you know, would research, and I'm just like, I don't want them to look me up and find something crazy, which is another reason why I wanted this thing booming, because I don't want to have to answer to anybody due to my behavior on my channel. But it's a real fact. You know, we can't even be carefree anymore. You know what I mean? Like, being carefree is just too much. It's too much. You either got to be, like, when you can articulate yourself and you have such a blunt, vague personality, but it's not on a ratchet level like Cardi B, you know what I mean? It comes across stuck up. And that's the message people give. Oh, she's stuck up, or why she act like she thinks she all, like, that's the message people give you. Like, don't confuse confidence with being stuck up. Okay, self-confidence is a mother effer, and you should put some respect on that, because anybody with self-confidence is somebody with value. You know what I mean? That's part of self-care. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to quote her on this. Wish I was smarter. Honestly, wish this was a world where you could be carefree and not judged, where you could speak your mind and people understand the context without tearing down people. I just want to snip where you could speak your mind and people understand the context without tearing you down. Take it back to that Lock Sprinkle video. It was so taken out of context, and I am so literal and very descriptive, very detailed, that I was in that video, and people still took it out of context and completely ran with it. I know a few weeks ago, Zoe, I Am Zoe, I mentioned him in one of my videos. That video that I mentioned about a few weeks ago, he had made a post, or he was posting like, he doesn't even want to say too much because you say something and a whole like 15,000, because he has obviously a follower, but like mad people will completely take it out of context. And it's like, really, nobody got it? And you may get like one in every billionth person. And I can relate. And it's so crazy that here I am, like somewhere bottom of the barrel, bottom of the food chain level, okay? This is what I go through as a small time YouTuber. You know what I mean? And it doesn't break my soul or my spirit or anything, but it is quite frustrating. You know what I mean? You know, because I don't half do stuff. I do stuff to the best of my ability. You know, yes, I may not have the best camera or the best background or the best lighting or whatever the case may be, but I do what I can, the best I can with what I have. You know what I mean? And then I sincerely put myself out there. And I just feel like it's time for the world to, you know, accept sincerity. You know what I mean? Because people are so used to fake. And that's the problem Ari is having. You know what I mean? Ari Lennox. That's the problem that I have. That's the problem my sister had. That's the problem that Zoe had. Like, people really just can't accept who a person is and embrace that person. You know, sometimes you are too much personality for somebody. You know what I mean? And for some people, not enough. So on that note, I'm just going to tap out on this note in my raw, bare-faced, rugged edges state of mind, but popping nails though, period, sis. Okay, so anywho, I hope that somebody got anything out of this. Yeah, I would say leave interaction in the comments, but you guys don't talk to me there either. And when I say, you know, if you have any questions, you know, reach out to me, this, that. I don't mean like, let's talk. You know what I mean? Like, don't get mad if I don't want to communicate with anybody. I'm antisocial. How many times do I have to say that outside of YouTube? Huh? How many times? When I want to talk, I want to talk. But how many times? Don't be getting mad because I don't want to talk outside what my channel represents, okay? Anywho, thank you so much for checking me out and tuning in. It's Chrissy, and I'm tapping out with the fast time.